Hello everyone. So in this video we'll present the solution for the third exercise of today. It's the chess table that we want to create, and for that we didn't change anything in the HTML structure that you received from GitHub. So it's practically the same, and the solution looks like this. It's just a brown table with chess playground that you have here, with two rows at the start and at the end with the letters for each column. And for that, the solution lies in the style.css file, in which, besides the two declarations that we have, we've created the declaration for the other classes. The solution is a bit more complex than the others, so bear with me. For the wrapper class, which is the whole table with the containers, the first thing that we did is to declare it as a grid display. Also, we said that we don't want no gap between items. The border is the simulated table behind the chess table. The width is just to have a bit more clarity of the chess table to see it bigger. Also, the margin is to center the chess table on the center of the page without declaring the value as a flex or a grid container. But what's more important are the grid properties. So since we want to split the items in a column and a row way, for the grid template columns, we use the repeat function in order not to write 70 pixels 8 times. We just use the repeat function. For the rows, we have actually three values: 40 pixels, the repeat function, and another 40 pixels. We use the three values because we have the rows at the beginning and at the end of the table, and we need space for those as well. And the grid autoflow property is to actually tell the grid algorithm how to arrange things, and we wanted to arrange them in a row way. So we have the first row, the second row is the whole container, and the third row is the letters as well. For the wrapper inner, which is the class inside the top and the bottom line where we have the letters, this one is also a grid display. We didn't want no space between items. Since we have 8 columns, we wanted to split the letters in 8 columns. The grid template rows in Autoflow, it's not mandatory, so that's just for demonstration only. And the aligned items is to stretch the items to the columns. The box inner is actually the container of the letter, where we arrange the letters centered, also vertically and horizontally. The top and bottom, we've declared the same rule set for both classes. The top and bottom classes are used for the letter lines and at the beginning and at the end, which are a grid display with the align item stretch, and the background color is pure orientative to differentiate it from the chess table. For the top and the bottom classes, we see a bit of grid magic. So in grid, we actually can tell the algorithm how a class should act, where does the style start and ends. So for the top, we start at the first column and end at the last column, and also for the bottom. And also in the grid row system, we tell the top and the bottom where to start. But in essence, we actually can tell that the first row is on the first line and the second row is on the last line of the row system. So that's a bit of magic. The box class is actually a box in the chess table. We use the padding to actually create this square-like form. The font size, it's not relevant. Also, the text aligning color is not, it's just added pre-orientative. The background color for all the boxes by default, it's this color, it's a hex color. But as you can see, we have also brown tiles in the chess table, which occupy only the even box number in the whole grid. But we cannot simply do that, so we had to use the endChild pseudo class, where we basically tell that after each light colored tile, we have a brown tile. If we declare the endChild pseudo class with the even or odd values, it will actually put on each column. So we would have light brown column, dark brown column, and so on. And we didn't want that. We wanted to have this system. So targeting the even tile, we actually set the background color to this darker brown. The endChild is actually very powerful. There are some calculations made behind those minus 2n plus 16 and so on. So yeah, what it basically does is to target every tile after a light brown tile and color it as a darker brown. And yeah, that's all for this exercise.